Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Where? Yeah, Boba Fett is potentially and most likely back. He flew out of the Sarlacc pit and he arrived on a screen near you somewhere. Because according to the Hollywood Reporter, it appears Tamara Morrison, who played Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones, he's been casted as Boba Fett in The Mandalorian, which is absolutely pretty crazy news. But when you think about it, okay, maybe not too crazy, because there was that one episode in Mandalorian season 1. It was episode 5, of course, when we see, like, spoiler alert, we see Ming-Na Wen, her character, probably dead in there. We see, of course, the boots with like spurs on them walk towards her body, and yeah, people were like, this could be Boba Fett, and it seems likely now it wasn't Moff Gideon. So yeah, this is going to be interesting, and of course, likely it's going to be happening in The Mandalorian, and it could be interesting or it could be stupid. I don't know, because I was always of the opinion that Boba Fett is always the most overrated character in Star Wars. And there's so many people that like him. And I think because he looks cool. And yeah, he looks cool. Of course, he does look cool. But he gets taken out like a little bitch in Return of the Jedi. He doesn't really do much at all. So yeah, I never really clinged on to him as a like cool character. But nonetheless, I mean, The Mandalorian, I mean, they can make him good in this show. So hopefully they do, and hopefully they make him a good character in my eyes. But it just feels like the show could be too crowded, because we got those reports about a month or 2 months ago that Rosario Dawson is going to play Ahsoka in this, and we haven't got that confirmed, and this hasn't been confirmed as well. But I do like that Tamara Morrison is going to return as Boba Fett. Of course, he actually did the dubbing for Boba Fett in the later editions of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So yeah, they gotta replace the original guy, which it's kind of like sleazy for George Lucas to do, but he wants to keep the continuity. And I think Tamara Morrison, though, this would be pretty cool. I think it would be pretty cool, because seeing him in Aquaman, I think it was pretty cool seeing him there. So hopefully he returns and gets in good shape and plays Boba Fett well in The Mandalorian, if this appears to be true. And this could open the doors for him maybe playing Captain Cody or Commander Rex. Or it was Captain Rex. Oh, am I messing that up? I don't know. But yeah, but Cody and Rex, he could be playing those clones in maybe another version of a Star Wars series on Disney Plus. So yeah, really opens the door for that. So happy he's back in here. As for Boba Fett, is like, I mean, it could be, as I said, it could be good, it could be bad. I don't know. In some people's eyes, he could be taking the shine away from maybe The Mandalorian. But for me, I already think The Mandalorian's cool. And I think The Mandalorian's like way better than Boba Fett. They did a Mandalorian character. I mean, I know Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian, but he has a Mandalorian armor. So they've done this kind of character pretty cool in this series. But yeah, it could be overcrowded, because I want this to be I want it to be the Mandalorian with the child, Baby Yoda. And maybe like, of course we have, what's Carl Weathers' name again in here? Grief Karga. And of course we have Gina Carano as Cara Dune. And we, of course, IG-88, that's played by Taika Waititi, of course. So yeah, I want the show to be about those characters, especially the Mandalorian. So if you're bringing in new characters like Boba Fett, so yeah, it would seem to be overcrowded, and I just don't want that to happen. And hopefully he only comes in for maybe a couple episodes, and maybe he has a showdown with the Mandalorian. And maybe if he does stay alive in this show, maybe it can like transition him into another spinoff, like a Boba Fett spinoff. Because we did have the Boba Fett movie that was in the works with Josh Trank was going to direct it. So yeah, then Solo took its place. So maybe we'll see a series, maybe we'll see a movie, I don't know. But there's a lot of cool stuff they can do with Boba Fett. So I'm kind of optimistic, even though I think Boba Fett's kind of overrated. But they have a chance to make him shine, and maybe my opinion will change on Boba Fett in the future. But yeah, but we'll see what goes on in this. I don't know if they've already filmed most of the Mandalorian, all of the Mandalorian. So yeah, they might have done this stuff already, and we're just getting the reports out now. We're just getting the news out now. So yeah, should be awesome. I did mention Taika Waititi. I want to go back to that because we got the confirmation on Monday, on Star Wars Day, that Taika Waititi will direct and write a new Star Wars movie in the future. So we got that confirmation after a couple months ago that was reported that he was going to do a film. And now we got the confirmation from Star Wars themselves, Lucasfilm themselves, whatever. So yeah, but this is terrific news. I like Taika Waititi. I mean, who doesn't like Taika Waititi? I mean, Jojo Rabbit is a great movie. Thor Ragnarok's a fun movie. And I haven't seen the other movies he's done, but I'm sure they're pretty good. But he has a great track record. I mean, he's already in these, he's already in The Mandalorian, of course, as IG-88. And, I mean, he could be in these movies as well as Star Wars. So I'm hopefully we get a fun and very thoughtful series because, I mean, Jojo Rabbit is a movie that we had some serious elements. I mean, it's a kind of a quirky movie. It's a satire. And it's got some, like, dramatic elements in the movie that, yeah, really, really hit hard. And I think he can really, if he does that with Star Wars, the next Star Wars movie, whenever that comes out, I think it would be fantastic. And hopefully Taika Waititi can do it. I think very optimistic he's gonna give his best shot at Star Wars. So yeah, very good news for Star Wars and for a great filmmaker to take the reins. Yeah, always. That's some good news. So also on Star Wars Day, the Rise of Skywalker dropped on Disney Plus, and I watched it for the first time since I saw it in theaters. And when I saw it in theaters, I was kind of overwhelmed. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I was kind of overwhelmed by underwhelmed by the story. So I want to get a feel for it this time, and maybe with the expectations let off, maybe I would enjoy it more. And I was wrong. I did not enjoy it more. In fact, I really thought less of it the second time I saw it. Because I can see the flaws, of course, on this one. Because, yeah, it's just not an interesting story at all. I mean, it's a very Star Warsy film. There's a lot of good Star Wars moments, but it just isn't really that fascinating of a film. And honestly, I would have to boost down my rating really on this movie because I gave it a 7 out of 10 and after I saw it in theaters, but I would probably drop it like a 6.5 out of 10. Still not like bad, but it just isn't that good of a movie. And the decisions they made in the movie, like Palpatine coming back and being the grandfather to Rey and him being a clone. I mean, it was just like, it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me. I didn't like it at all. I think it's just not a good end to the Skywalker saga. I just feel like I won't come back to watching this movie voluntarily, like going to Disney Plus and watching it. I mean, if it comes on TV, like in 2 years, like on TNT or TBS, then I'll probably maybe put it on as background. But yeah, but I'm just not like invested in the movie that much. And fortunately, I turned it off and then I turned it to TBS or TNT. I forgot which one. But The Last Jedi was on. I caught the last half of The Last Jedi. And The Last Jedi is so much of a better movie than The Rise of Skywalker. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I think it's so much better. I would give it an 8.3 out of 10. And like at Force Awakens, I'd give it an 8. That's like my prequel or my sequel series, my sequel trilogy ratings right there. But yeah, but I think The Last Jedi is the best movie of the sequel trilogy. And there are some dumb moments for sure, like the candle bite sequence. That's dumb. That's a really dumb sequence right there. And they kind of used, like, Rian Johnson did use Finn pretty like badly in that movie with Rose. But with the Rey, Luke, and Kylo stuff, I thought that was the best stuff we got in the sequel trilogy, and that's why I rated The Last Jedi so high. And I think it's just like that story's like fascinating with Luke trying to make the decision whether he should kill Kylo or not, and him thinking that. I mean, I know people had problems with Luke thinking that, but I thought it was actually fascinating. And people change over time, of course, because I thought Luke, okay, he's trying to take down, like, he doesn't want the Sith to take over, and that's what happened. And I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, like the interpretations that Kylo and Luke both had on what happened in that moment, I thought was cool as well. And of course, you get the throne room fight, the Holdo maneuver. There's so many good moments to the movie. It has so much more punch than the Rise of Skywalker. And when the ending, of course, with Luke actually being hologram when he's going against Kylo, I thought that was cool. I mean, the first time I saw it in theaters, I didn't know what to think of it. Then I saw it multiple times again, and I just think it's a great ending to the movie and a great ending to Luke's storyline in the series. And to just think, what if Rian Johnson finished up the series instead of J.J. Abrams? Taking nothing away against J.J. Abrams, I thought he had a terrible script and he made it into a watchable movie in The Rise of Skywalker. But if Rian Johnson wrote and directed Episode 9, I think that would have been a much better movie. It would have been a much better ending to the Skywalker saga. I mean, we wouldn't have gotten Knives Out, or we would have probably gotten that later, of course. But yeah, I thought it would have been a better ending to the series. So yeah, I'm definitely hoping Rian Johnson gets to direct another Star Wars movie, direct and write another movie in the future, as he's signed on to be. But I'm not sure if that's that's happening anymore. But hopefully, cross my fingers, it does. So hit that dislike button if you're a whiny Star Wars fan and disagree with me about Rian Johnson and The Last Jedi. So yeah, and what do you think about Boba Fett coming to The Mandalorian? And of course, Taika Waititi directing a Star Wars movie in the future. So yeah, what do you think about those? Tell me down in the comments below. You can check out my channel for more stuff like this, I guess. I'll do every weekend. So until next time, I will see you folks later, and may the Force be with you always.